Terri Eley is a 20-year cancer survivor who just happens to be celebrating her 60th birthday today. So, while she comes up here, let's sing happy birthday to her. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mary. Happy birthday to you. I was going to try not to cry. Didn't happen. That's okay. Before I get started, I found something very interesting that I'd like to share, and I'm sure everyone can relate. The top 3 fears in life. Number 1 is being diagnosed with a life-threatening illness. Number 2, the death or loss of a loved one. Are you ready for number 3? Public speaking. So with that ladder in mind, I'm going to make this easier. Since I work at the YMCA, I work with preschoolers. I'm just going to pretend that you're all a bunch of 3-year-olds. That'll help me get through. Okay. 20 years ago, I was diagnosed with invasive breast cancer. Sitting in my oncologist's office and hearing the words, "You have cancer," was very devastating. After going through a series of tests to see if it had spread, only proved that my prognosis did not look good. After many surgeries, aggressive chemo treatments, and hospitalizations, I was finally on the long road to recovery. However, with a low immune system and blood counts, unless I wore a facial mask, it was critical for me to be in public places. One afternoon, I was having a woe is me pity party. I remember watching my husband and children heading out the door for the kids' soccer tournaments. While they were getting in the car, my husband noticed me looking out the window with tears streaming down my face. Next thing I knew, he was heading back up to the house, and I thought, he's coming back for me. But he walked in and he asked me, "What's wrong?" And I told him, "I feel like I'm missing out on everything." And he replied, "Would you rather miss out on 6 months or the rest of their lives?" Needless to say, I stayed home and listened to what the doctor's orders were. My faith has been my biggest stronghold. I asked God to please let me live long enough to see my youngest child graduate. On her graduation day, I asked the Lord, could I please have an extension? I am proud to say that since then, I have seen graduations, weddings, anniversary, and 7 beautiful grandchildren, and 4 which are here today with my oldest daughter, Darla, and my son Brian is here along with my husband. Okay. I am thankful for all the prayers and support from my family and friends, and for Dr. Jackie Jones' encouragement. You see, quitting was not an option. I've got one more story to share. With a protocol of aggressive chemo treatments, I soon began losing my hair. Trying to hold on to it as long as possible, I knew the time had come to start shaving my head. Convincing my husband I was ready, we headed to the backyard with the electric shaver. What happened next was so breathtaking. We watched a family of sparrows collecting the remainings of my hair and making a nest for their little arrivals. The Bible speaks of God taking care of the sparrows, and I knew right then that He was going to take care of me. Part of the therapy in my recovery process was watching the sparrow family grow up, and fly away, all the time in which my own hair started growing back. Being a survivor isn't enough if I'm not using what I have endured to mentor others facing similar circumstances. Being actively involved for the Relay for Life gives me a sense of purpose. As a team captain, along with Mandy Ferrier, we have had many fundraisers throughout the year, including pancake breakfast, bake sales, ice cream social for this worthy cause. God isn't finished with my journey yet. I am looking forward to be used of Him to help encourage and inspire others. Having a chemo treatment 20 years ago today was not my idea of how I wanted to spend my 40th birthday. But little did I know that I would be spending my 60th birthday here today at the Relay for Life. I got this card from my oldest daughter, grandkids, and I thought this was really cute. It says, remember, you might be older than you've ever been before, but you're also younger than you'll ever be again. Thank you. Oh, and by the way, 60 is the new 40. Thank you so much.
The mission of the American Cancer Society is alive and working right